In a way that is uncanny, COVID-19 has reminded us just how closely the world is connected. In just a few months, by mid-April 2020, the pandemic has given rise to nearly 2 million cases globally, with varying degrees of fatalities across different countries. What this says is this is a virus not just against one nation, but against the whole mankind. Victory, therefore, will not be measured by one country doing relatively better than others. Ultimately, victory will be measured by the poorest and the least prepared countries that eventually can beat the epidemic. Because we are all connected. Countries therefore must unite and help each other in fighting the epidemic. This is the correct lesson, both moral and rational, that one should take. That said, I am concerned that one might take the wrong lesson instead. There are signs that we must watch closely. Let me start with the ideas. Intellectually, the pandemic happens at a time when the theory of hegemonic stability has declined. The constructivism has lost traction, at least for the time being, and a serious substitutions are yet to come. In the meantime, the idea of balance of power, set in a very dynamic rather than static mode in reality, seems too risky and therefore not persuasive to many status quo decision makers. Indeed, if not managed well, the danger would be substantial. Historically, it failed in World War I and in World War II. That aside, the liberal neoclassic model of global economy in both the theory and the practice is incomplete, because at the very axiomatic level, it has assumed away the security dilemma. In this context, many now see COVID-19 with all of its fatal externalities as a wake-up call. As a result of politics, when fanned by ultra-nationalism, populism, and xenophobia, has come back to trump economics. Consequently, globalization thus far, which has been underwritten by the intellectual agenda, admittedly, and finished one, from the Hobbesian model to the Kantian model, has been under tremendous pressure to reverse its course. The United States under Donald Trump administration, for instance, all seems to have started to backpedal from a course of unilateralism, from a course of multilateralism to a course of unilateralism. But this is not the right recipe for now and coming forward, especially when mankind faces common challenges of looming magnitude. COVID-19 is just one. Do not forget climate change as well, among others. Instead, all of us must learn from each other, adapt, work, and live together, because we are all in the same boat of what we call the small village of Earth. This is the biggest equation of truth of a human life. Albert Einstein once reminded us, politics is transitory, and the equation is for the eternity. Incidentally, and in terms of a broader vision, 天下, or under the heaven, is a traditional Chinese concept which would encourage people to think out of the box of what we call the states or nation states.